Hi everyone, welcome to my next video. It's Nancy, the nurse practitioner from Caregiver Success, and today we're going to talk about veteran benefits for the Americans here in our country. And they may not know that there are benefits for them and their spouses even after they passed away. So I have actually reached out to a wonderful person who's going to help us with this, who's an expert on this field. Her name is Emily Schwarz, and she is the president of Veterans Financial Incorporated. She's going to share some really important information with you. So Emily, go ahead, show us what you have.
Okay, thanks a lot. So first of all, I'm so thrilled to be here, and I just want to share that Veterans Financial has been helping families for 17 years understand about the VA's aid and attendance pension benefit, which, as you said, Nancy, many veterans and their spouses are not aware of. And so we hope this will really help everyone understand that there is money out there to pay for their senior care. So let me show you what the dollar amounts are from the VA.
Okay, a little higher and to your right, left. Perfect.
Okay. Alrighty, everybody. So what you can see on the screen are this year's monthly maximums. In 2020, this is what a surviving spouse or a veteran can receive if they're eligible for the VA's aid and attendance pension benefit. So a surviving spouse is usually the single woman. She's eligible for $1,228 a month. The single veteran, usually the male, is eligible for $1,911 a month. And then there are two different married veteran rates. I'm going to start with a higher dollar amount at the bottom of the box. That's $2,266. That is if a married veteran needs care and he is married. He gets $250 more than the single veteran. Now, there's a married veteran rate where the veteran is healthy. If the veteran is healthy and the spouse needs care, the veteran can get $1,500 a month to pay for that care. All of these dollar amounts are paid tax-free and directly to the applicant. The applicant is always the veteran while he's living and the spouse after he is deceased.
Okay, that was really, really good. Lots of information, but not to worry, everyone. We have more slides to come, and they will be posted on my Facebook page. So Emily's going to keep giving you more information. The next slide is on what, Emily?
The next slide is about military criteria. So,
up a little?
Good.
A little bit higher? Perfect. There you go.
Okay, so in order to be eligible for this fabulous benefit, you need to have served 1 day of active duty during a period of war. So it's all based on the veteran service, which happened many decades ago. There's nothing that we can do to change it. Either they meet it or they don't. So you need 90 active duty days with 1 day during a period of war. As you see on the screen, it's World War II, Korea, and Vietnam who usually partake in this benefit. And you do not have to have served in combat. In fact, you can be anywhere in the entire globe, even stateside, and still be eligible as long as you have that one active duty day during a period of war. We also want to see people having an honorable medical or general discharge. Dishonorable discharge would disqualify you from the benefit.
Okay, that's good to know because that does happen, unfortunately, for people. Okay.
And you find that information on your discharge papers. So if you're not aware of what your dates are or what mom or dad's dates are, you find them on the discharge papers, which you need to apply for this benefit. So you do need to get them.
Are they hard to obtain? How do you get them? Okay, good.
You can get them from the National Archives for free. That's archives.gov. But they do take a little while to come. So if you think this might be a benefit that you want to partake in, you want to get those discharge papers ordered.
That's really important to know because it sounds like that's the first step before you can go anywhere. Okay, good. Absolutely. So the next slide is on physical and cognitive impairment. Before you start on that, I was just wondering if the beneficiary is well and so is the spouse, is there any benefits for them? Even though
if someone is well, they're not eligible yet. And I think it's important to check on this, even if you're feeling good. I spoke with someone today, they were 81, they're just not ready yet, but what a relief to know that there's all this money coming to you when you need care. I mean, I would feel much better if I knew the VA was going to give me $15,000 to $27,000 a year. So
Yeah.
it's okay if you're well, you still want to check into this.
So it's almost like when you need care, it's almost like having a long-term insurance plan that you never paid for,
Exactly. And
but you were a vet.
it's so nice when spouses realize that their deceased husband actually left them this benefit. His service left her money to pay for her care.
Isn't that wonderful? That's
Yeah.
so cool. Okay, so let's talk about that next slide, physical and
Okay.
cognitive impairment.
Here we go.
Up a little. To your right, left. I keep doing that. There you go, right there.
Okay, good. All right, great. So the second criteria, as we said, is you have to show that the veteran or the spouse or both has a physical or cognitive impairment. So a physical impairment means that they need assistance with 2 activities of daily living: bathing, dressing, toileting, eating, transferring, or ambulating. That's what the VA is looking for. Now, it's actually really easy to meet that criteria by showing that you are receiving assistance with showering and dressing. That's a simple shower assist to make sure that you're safe and don't slip and fall getting in and out of the shower. Very, very easy to qualify if you need that assistance.
Mm.
And then you could also have a cognitive impairment, which is dementia or Alzheimer's. That would show the VA that you need to be in a protected environment in order to be safe. And that would qualify you as well. So if you don't need this care today, this is what will trigger your medical eligibility.
That's really good to know. I like the fact that you could be well, and then as you're getting older, you just don't know when. I think that's the biggest thing I'm taking away from this. The next video slide is income calculation.
Yeah.
Up a little and to your left. There you go.
Okay. All right. So the third criteria the VA looks at is how much income you have coming in and how much you are spending on your care. So total income care expenses subtract from your total income. Here's what total income is. That's why I'm pausing. I want to share that with you. Total income is Social Security, pension, any wages, any investment income, interest, rental income, basically any money that comes in every month. And then care expenses are usually assisted living, memory care, or home care coming into your residence. And that's what care expenses are. So if your expenses are greater than your income, the VA assumes that your net income is 0, and that will entitle you to one of the 4 full benefit amounts: the 1228, the 1911, the 1500, or the 2266. Most families that we talk to are spending more than they have coming in when they need this type of care. And so then they're entitled to the full benefit. If they happen to not be spending all of their income, they might be entitled to a partial benefit. Still worth applying for.
Okay, that's good. All right, so the next one, and you kind of went into that, the net worth limit. So go ahead.
Okay.
Up and good, perfect.
Okay, so the fourth criteria that you have to meet is the net worth limit. This year, you'll see in the blue box that the asset limit to get this benefit is $129,094. If you apply with more money than that on your application, the VA will deny you the benefit, and your only option is to spend down. Now, what goes into that $129,094? All bank accounts, CDs, annuities, IRAs, 401ks, mutual funds, real estate, other than your primary residence, stocks, and bonds. The VA doesn't care if you have to sell anything at a loss or break a CD before it's mature. It counts as ways to pay for your care and then factors into the $129,094. If you are over that amount, it is absolutely possible to do some planning. We would recommend that you give Veterans Financial a call, and I'll give you the number at the end of the presentation, so that you can learn how to become eligible without having to spend it all down. Also at the bottom, you'll see the assets that don't count. So they don't count your primary residence. You can't pay for your assisted living or home care with a window or a door. If you sell the house, you're going to get a big check and it'll go into the bank account in the top section. So it could cause you a problem if you do plan to sell your home. Life insurance, vehicles, and personal property. They don't ask about that on the application either. So those are not an asset that is an issue.
Personal property is furniture, all that?
Grandma's antiques, a wedding ring, a portrait. Certainly if you sell them and you get a lot of money, that'll go into a bank account, but we don't usually see that as an issue.
I see, of course. Okay, and there was one more slide that you were going to talk about, retroactive benefits.
Yes, so good?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, I got it right. So
Yeah.
This benefit has a great feature. It has retroactive money. And here's how this works. Looking at the example that you see on the screen, if somebody applied in the month of September, although this could be any month, if you apply by the last business day of the month, the VA owes you money starting the first of the following month. So in this example, that is October 1. And if it takes the VA 6 months to award you, which could happen, then they will owe you October, November, December, January, February, March, and that will all get paid out on April 1. It sometimes takes a little longer, sometimes a little shorter, and this retroactive money is amazing. It can help you replenish your savings, pay off a loan, repay your kids. So you want to apply the month that you start with care. You don't want to wait because then you lose retroactive benefits.
That's really, really important. So what happens if you apply for this benefit and then you pass away before you receive it?
So unfortunately with this benefit, the claim dies with the claimant. So it's not a great benefit to apply for if your loved one is on hospice, unless you think it's going to be an extended period of time on hospice, such as 6, 9, or 12 months. If it's an immediate need, then it probably is not the right benefit. You can certainly apply for it, but it might be a lot of energy put into it for not a lot of reward.
You know, it's interesting because a lot of my patients did last past 6 months and they went on maybe for 2 years.
Yeah.
So even though they're on hospice, we don't know really unless we really have this prognosis that's really poor. So you may want to go through the paperwork anyway because as you get sicker, you need more care. And if you don't pass away, you have this care, awarded to you.
Right. And you might get 6 months of retroactive money.
Hey, it helps in every situation for sure. Boy, I wish my patients knew about this service when I did my house calls. There's so many vets out there that just don't know, and their spouses.
Mm-hmm.
I think they think that when the vet passes away, that everything passes away, that the benefits are not theirs. And you had mentioned before, or maybe I missed this, but if they are married and he passes away, there was something you were going to say about that, about the benefits.
Yes, so there is a surviving spouse benefit, as I mentioned, but oftentimes we get asked the question, what if I wasn't married to him when he served? Because a lot of soldiers go off, then they come home and get married. So they do their 2 or 3 or 4 years, especially in World War II and Korea, and then they come home and get married. You don't have to be married to the veteran during his time of service in order to get this benefit. You just need to be married at the time of death and for more than 365 days, which all of our surviving spouses usually have many, many, many years.
So there are also second and third marriages, though. I just thought about that. A lot of people do remarry. Men don't want to be widowed long, and they kind of find another wife. So how does that work?
Well, the nuance of this, what you're mentioning is the marriage, the last marriage is the one that counts. So whoever the spouse was married to last is who she can apply on. So sometimes, unfortunately, marriage number 1 was the wartime veteran, and marriage number 2 was not. She's no longer eligible because she remarried. Also, divorce can keep someone from getting the benefit. There's a lot of different nuances, lots of questions, if this, then that. And if you call us, We
Yeah.
will go through your specific situation. There's no way I could do every single scenario on this video.
Exactly. This is really interesting. So Emily Schwarz can be reached at 800-835-1541. That's 800-835-1541. And it's Veterans Financial Incorporated. Hey, you can always call her and ask these questions. But I'm going to post on my Facebook page at facebook.com, Caregiver Success, about these slides so you can see if you have benefits eligible, that you're eligible for the benefits. Or they can go to your website, right, Emily?
Absolutely. If you're able to watch this video, you can go to our website. It's veteransfinancial.com, veterans with an S, no apostrophe, just veteransfinancial.com. And again, our phone number, it's on the website also, 800-835-1541. We're open 9 to 5:30, Monday through Friday, East Coast time. And we actually answer the phone live. I know, it's amazing. We have live people answering the phone. No press 1, press 2.
So you cover, even though you live in Pennsylvania, you're covering all over America.
Yes, we get calls everywhere. We actually have to be very careful when we're calling people back at 9 o'clock in the morning that we're not calling California.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Well, this has been really great. I'm also at nancythenp@gmail.com if you have any other questions or you feel like there was a gap here. But thank you so much, Emily, for coming. This is so informative and helpful for all our seniors out there. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Take care now. Bye, everyone. Till the next video from Caregiver Success.